My name is Laura, and my mom and mother-in-law lived with Alzheimer's. And I spent many Christmases with both of them at different times. And today I want to talk a little bit about knowing when it's time to shift what your plan was at Christmas. And I'm reflecting on a Christmas many years ago when we brought my mother-in-law out of her assisted living home and brought her to our home to stay overnight on Christmas Eve, and then to wake up on Christmas Day and spend Christmas Day with us. And actually we were hoping for her to stay until Boxing Day. Christmas had always been one of her favorite holidays, and we just thought it would be really special to be able to spend that fully together. So we had permission from the staff at her assisted living home, and we picked her up and brought her over to our house. And I remember that initially she wasn't sure why we were going to church, even though this had been something she had done all her life. Anyway, she still went, and it seemed to go quite well. Where we noticed some difficulty was, for example, she couldn't remember where her toiletries were, so she kept asking us, where's my hairbrush? Where's my toothbrush? And, we kept telling her very patiently, but she really had very little short-term memory. So because she couldn't see it, and she had no short-term memory, she couldn't remember where it was, and she kept asking us about it. Later on in the morning, we were wondering where she was, and she wasn't sort of getting up, even though the Christmas music was playing. And eventually we kind of knocked on the door and went in to see her, and we started to realize, she really doesn't know where she is, because even though we thought we were doing what was right, we took her out of a place that she was very familiar with. She knew where she lived. She knew her bedroom. She knew where her bathroom was. She knew where her toiletries were. And by taking her to a home that she had been in, admittedly, but a home that she probably couldn't remember visiting, we realized that it really wasn't meeting her need for her to be with us at Christmas. So, we still had Christmas morning with her, but after we had opened presents and had a special breakfast, we did actually take her back to her assisted living home. And, we visited her the next day. And it was just a real learning time for us, because I don't think we had truly taken in where she was in her diagnosis of Alzheimer's. And we did have the best of intentions, but truly it didn't really meet my mother-in-law's needs for her to be taken out of where she was comfortable. So I think I'm sharing this story to let you know that none of us are going to get it right. None of us is perfect. But it's good for us to reflect in the moment and to think about what's happening for our loved one, and to be able to adapt and maybe pivot our idea, or pivot, the plan that we're going to have this special Christmas together. Turned out it was actually far better for her if she stayed in a place that she was comfortable with.